What's up, guys? It is Friday, September 22nd. It's about noon. And today is my pre-op surgical appointment with my dietitian and surgeon's PA. Uh, there go Neek. Hey, Neek. It's been about 2.5 weeks since we last made a video. Um, so today, from my understanding, is all about getting all the information in regards to like surgery day and the liquid diet and all those fun things involving the bypass. So I'm excited, nervous. I didn't really sleep good last night. Um, yeah, so we're outside of my bariatric center, and yeah, gonna go see what all the good stuff is about. So I will come back later and let you guys know what happened. Hey, Neek. Bye, Neek.
Bye.
What's up, guys? It is still Friday, September 22nd. It's about 8:20 p.m. and it's me, Herman.
Neat.
Hey, Neek.
Hey.
You're so cute.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, we finally got some time. It's been a long day. And we decided to talk to you guys about my pre-op appointment. This is not the assessment, but the surgical appointment. So there's a lot of information in here that we're gonna talk about. But I had two appointments today. The first appointment I had, was with my dietitian, and then I met with my surgeon's PA for the other part of it. My appointment was at 12:30 with the dietitian, and I think I started with the PA around one something. I was there until like about what 2, so about an hour and a half. So yeah, got a lot of information. So I guess we're gonna start off with our stats. So as right now, my highest weight, which was from sorry, from August, was 393. And I'm currently 370. So that's a total loss of 23 pounds over the course of like a month. And then
Okay, so my highest weight was 312, and I am currently 297, which gives me a 15-pound loss since I started the phentermine, which was back on August 8th. The beginning of August, something like that. So 15 pounds.
And mine was like a week or so after hers, so yeah. So this is a nice amount to start off with anyway. Anything going on with your family that you want to discuss, or any changes or anything?
I don't feel. Some days are better than others. Some days I feel like it's not effective. I feel like it doesn't work anymore. Like my body's gotten used to it. And then other days I feel that it's effective. I feel the energy boost that I got in the very beginning. So I guess I'm kind of deducing that to days where I get all of my water in and days where I get all of the protein shakes in feels better, feels like more effective than days where I just take the pill and don't really eat that good or don't drink that much water. And so I'm trying to stay consistent and drink it, at least if I'm not eating as good as I'm supposed to, at least still getting in all the water that I'm supposed to, which I calculated to be somewhere around 5 liters a day, which I'm a big water drinker. I always have been, but I've never drank as much water as I'm drinking now. And I never would have thought that drinking 5 liters of water a day is something that you should ever even do. But it's kind of based on your body composition and how much you weigh. So someone that weighs 300 pounds should be drinking 5 liters of water a day, which I actually got pretty close the other day with drinking that, and it wasn't too bad. I wasn't overly full or anything. I actually felt satisfied throughout the day because if I always said, if you're drinking the amount of water that you're supposed to drink throughout the day, you don't have time to really drink any other kind of beverage or do all of that excessive snacking. But yeah, still taking amphetamine, still believing that it's working, because even though we've had many days where we haven't drank our protein or just ate our one meal like we normally would do, where we're eating things that we know we shouldn't and we're still losing weight. So I guess ultimately it does work.
Yeah, pretty much. And just with me, still like my biggest problem is just like the insomnia, and that's one of the known side effects of amphetamine. Prior to taking amphetamine, I had insomnia like on and off throughout college, and it had a time where it like went away and it comes and goes. But before that, I was like fine, and I was getting back to my regular sleeping habits, and upon taking it, it like slowly crept up, and like now it's like full swing. So I'm not really sleeping. I probably get like a couple hours of sleep, probably like 2 or 3 hours max right now. And then like I get like some naps, probably like an hour or two naps here and there throughout the day. But as far as like a regular sleep cycle, it's not happening. But luckily for me, I got about a week and a half left on it because I gotta stop that medicine before 2 weeks prior to surgery. So yeah, I'll be ending it soon anyway. So hopefully I can get my normal sleeping habits back because a brother is tired for real. It's just like not what's up. So I definitely miss my regular sleep. But other than that, it's working. I've been working out, a lot of walking. Definitely not intaking a lot of food as usual. I mean, not as usual, but like I'm not intaking a lot of food. Will go pretty much half of the day without eating, which is not good, I guess. But I try to get some liquids down. Some days I can, some days I get more than other days, and most of the time I'm only eating like one big meal a day. So I don't know. It's working. I'm losing weight, so 23 pounds. I'll take it. It's better than any weight gain. So yeah, that's the family update. So I guess we'll just start with the dietitian appointment today. And so, me and Nick watched a lot of YouTube videos doing our research prior to getting this far in our progress and our journey. And one of the major things that everyone talks about going into surgery is like the pre-op diet, which is usually a 2-week liquid diet. Well, today I got my instructions for my pre-op diet, and I'm gonna let Meek talk a little bit about our diet that our bariatric center does for us.
Well, we were both very surprised because yeah, we have done a lot of research, extensive research, just to make sure that this was the right thing that we should be doing. And we saw that a lot of people started a 10-day liquid diet, full on liquid. For us, it's not anything like that actually. So what she actually put us on was kind of like stage 1 of Atkins. So what that allows is pretty much any protein, not even just, I wouldn't say not even just lean protein, because there's pork on here, there's ham on here, like it's like any meats that you want, which we'll go over the list. And so any protein, there's cheese on here, and then any added fats, as well as a select amount of vegetables. No carbs whatsoever, as well as no fruits. So that's the beginning stage of Atkins, because it starts off very, very strict in Atkins. So you can only have protein and fats. But then I think as you move on into the stages, they add certain amounts of like certain fruits in, and then you can add certain carbs in, because I think anything under 20 grams of carbs is considered a low carb diet. But this is the first step. So for protein, it's actually a quite long list. So you can have turkey breast, chicken breast, fish. They have flounder on here, tilapia, cod, scrod, tuna, shellfish, different cheeses. They have cottage cheese, low fat as well as non-fat. Those Laughing Cow cheese, which are pretty good. Mm-hmm. Egg whites, egg substitutes, so that's like your egg beaters. Fat-free cheese, turkey jerky, and venison and buffalo eaters. Dark meat chicken, so if you're not a breast person, which I'm really not.
I am.
So you can have your dark meat, but no skin. Turkey, same thing. You can have the dark meat, but no skin on it. You can have salmon, swordfish, and herring. Lean beefs trimmed to the fat, so you can have round, sirloin, flank steaks, tenderloins, T-bones, porterhouse, and ground sirloin. Veal, you can have lamb, and it says pork on here, so you can have pork tenderloins or fresh ham.
Not a pork eater.
Low fat cheese, so 5 grams or less of fat. Looks like you can have low fat lunch meats. 4.5% cottage cheese, sardines, cheese, sausage, eggs, peanut butter. Like, the list is long. And there's a backside that has vegetables. So what it says: cooked vegetables, non-starchy vegetables. So artichokes, asparagus, green beans, wax beans, beets, broccoli, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, eggplant. You can have collard greens, you can have kale, you can have turnip greens, mushrooms, okra, pea pods, assortment of peppers, spinach, tomatoes, zucchini, bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's a fats, so added fats like oils, butters. You can have mayonnaise, salad dressing. They recommend oil-based, but she said if you can have pretty much any salad dressing you want. Cream cheese, nuts, avocados, and black olives. So, to our surprise, like, my first question was, okay, so if you're allowing us to eat all of these things, and what her words were unlimited amount of anything that's on this paper.
Yep, it's written in her.
It's her words.
It's her words.
It says you may only eat foods on this list. You may have unlimited amounts, and you can also add in 500 calories of protein drinks. So, if that is not enough, you can also have protein shakes. So, my first question was, hey, are we counting calories? Like, what are we doing? How is this beneficial?
Right.
And, what she pretty much deduced it was, like, your carbohydrates turn into sugar, and sugar is what causes the liver to be, fattier, because sugars turn into fat, that all that stuff, that conversion.
Right.
So, if you are cutting out all of the foods that convert the carbs to sugar and the sugar to fat, then you don't have that, and your liver shrinks. So, it's not necessarily about losing weight, but shrinking the liver in preparation for surgery, which is why it's a pre-op diet. You will lose weight, is what she said, but the goal is to shrink the liver.
Right.
But that was enough surprise within itself. So this sounds like a cakewalk, because to this point we have been doing
a diet
protein shakes.
Yeah.
Like I guess we can just pretty much say that our diet was more strict than this actual diet is going to be. So I'm feeling really optimistic about this, just because of the simple fact of the matter that you don't have to feel like you have to be hungry. If you are hungry, there's a pretty well laid out list for things that you can eat.
Yeah.
It's pretty black and white. Like, if you're thinking about having a burger, you can't have it because you can't even eat bread.
But you can take the patty and put it on some lettuce and put some nice fats on there, like mayo and all that good stuff. And you have a lettuce burger. Which,
they're really good. Like, we actually really like lettuce wraps, so we plan on getting really creative with this list. Mm-hmm. And seeing the type of meals we can make, because we can do our protein and veggies like we would normally do. I'm a little upset though because corn is not on this list, and I like corn, so I guess I won't be eating any mixed veggies.
Yeah, because corn is actually something that we gotta eliminate for our diet anyway, being a bariatric patient.
Yeah,
So,
so I'm kind of upset about that. But carrots is still on here, so I really like carrots. And we really, really, really have developed a love for cauliflower in the last couple
mm-hmm.
months. So cauliflower's on this list, so we plan on continuing our journey with very creative cauliflower recipes. Let's see.
The nutrition goals for the pre-op diet is that, why it's unlimited. She definitely wants us to at least get 60 to 140 grams of protein a day. Calorie goals, it says variable. And then fluid goals is 64 ounces or more a day. And then we have to have something to eat within 1 to 1.5 hours after waking up. And then we have to eat every 3 to 4 hours. And then with the consumption of fluids, she wants us to drink 64 ounces or more of non-caloric fluids in a day. Yeah, so just pretty much drinking your liquids, putting in your meat, putting in your veggies. That's pretty much what our diet is. There's no full liquids, except for the last 2 days before surgery is where it's full liquids, and I think that's equivalent. I personally drink Premier Protein, so that would be like 6 Premier Protein shakes that I can have, and then like water, things of that nature, anything that's clear liquids. And then the last protein shake has to be drunk at 6 p.m. And then you can drink water, other clear liquids up until midnight, and then at midnight, all things cease with eating completely. So definitely a something we didn't expect going, because like our last appointment, our PA put us on a diet where we were drinking protein shakes for breakfast and lunch, and then dinner was a high protein, low carb, like a lean meat and a veggie dinner. So that's what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks, mostly. And so yeah, so this new diet, which starts in 8 days, is from October 2nd through the 15th. Yeah, it should be a cakewalk because it's a lot more lenient than what we were put on before. So, yeah. Anything else you want to add with the diet?
I think I talked about everything that was on here. Yep, so plenty of foods to eat, plenty of variety.
And what she also stressed to us too was that she didn't really want us to get big on protein shakes right now because we're gonna be on them for like 2 weeks post-op, and you're gonna get tired of them. And we've already
we're running our course with the protein shakes.
Yeah,
that was actually a good topic to bring up. I am so discouraged with the protein shakes. And that's just coming from an honest standpoint. We always want to be honest in these videos and not make things seem like a cakewalk when they are truly not. So, we'll talk about that while we figure out the next thing we're going to talk about from the appointment. Our protein, okay, so I've been doing, I think it's called Cytosport. Comes in a big bag from Costco. Talked about it before in a previous video. It's been good for quite a while. I think I've been doing this about 2 months now. And I was mixing it with PB2, which is a powdered peanut butter. I ran out of that and I went and got a different one, which is, it's still PB2, but it was chocolate. So it was chocolate flavored. Well, the chocolate flavor, even though you would think would be better, was not better. It does not break down as well. We have a very good blender. We have one of those Nutra whatever. Nutra Ninja. Yeah, that's the one. So it's a high powered blender. It's not a cheap run of the mill blender. It's a really good one. So we were putting the powder in there and putting the PB2 in there, and it would break down just fine. But whatever is different about this chocolate one, it does not break down. So what happens is it will sit and separate, and then it won't completely dissolve the cocoa or whatever, and you're drinking it and it's hitting in your mouth bubbles or something. It's not good. I'm really big about texture in drinks, so anything that could be wrong with drink as far as like texture. I can't do it. So it's already, just being honest, not gonna be the number one thing you want to drink. It's not gonna be your go-to thing. Oh yeah, let me just go grab a protein shake. I don't think there's anyone in the world that would say that it is. So on top of it not being something I really just 100% want to drink, then there's something wrong with it as far as the texture. So, and then what grosses me out, so I'm drinking it and then I look inside, like right on the rim, and all of the powder or whatever is collecting right on the rim. So I have to look at it and it's very gross. Then, so I'm getting discouraged with them. So they're sitting in the fridge at, like, we would mix them up and sometimes I wouldn't drink them that day. So I'll go drink it like the next day after that. It's been in the fridge, granted, but something's not right about protein that has sat for more than 2 days. It gets a sour smell to it first. We'll talk about the smell first. The smell is something that'll hit you as soon as you open it to drink it or put it to your nose. You're not gonna get past that smell first. It smells like rotten milk, like milk that's been in your refrigerator for like a month or something. I don't know what milk smells like after a month. I'm not, but I would.
We don't do that.
I would assume
we don't really even drink milk.
I would assume that that's what it's like. It's a really, really foul smell. And the first time, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure I drank it that way because
I drank some. I did too.
Yeah, because I smelled it, but I'm like, it smells kind of weird. But it was early in the morning, and then it tastes kind of funny too. But I was assuming that I don't make my own protein shakes. Herman makes them for me, so I was assuming that he kind of maybe put less of the PB2 in there. And like we were running low, so he just put a little bit and just didn't tell me. So I'm like, okay, well maybe it's just less of it. So I drank it anyways. I kind of just, if you don't like how something tastes, you don't breathe while you drink it, so you can just get it over with. So I did it for that one serving. So I'm like, okay, I can just get through it. But I knew that something was not right about this other one. That this was just recently. I think it was last week or something. I'm like, this does not taste right. And I thought about it. This sat in the refrigerator for about 3 days. And I think that there's something wrong with the composition or something somehow with the sitting and then being exposed to air. I kind of Googled it. I didn't see that it spoils, but I see that it's not the best tasting after about 2 days in the fridge. So if the cocoa powder stuff wasn't one thing, the nasty taste that you get when it sits is another thing, and I'm completely turned off from protein shakes right now. So I'm pretty happy about his pre-op diet because I'm just gonna kind of follow that for a little while and kind of get away from the protein shakes for a little bit, just give myself a break because my surgery is not until December, and I'm gonna be completely washed and burnt out of protein shakes
definitely
by the time December comes around, and I can't. Because then I have no choice. What am I gonna do? Starve myself?
Because you need it at that point.
Yeah, at that point there's no other choice. I can't choose to go do something else. I have to drink protein. So we're taking a break.
We are
from the protein.
We still have some, but it'll be there for post-op.
It's gonna be there. Yeah, you can count on that. We're not buying any more protein. We're not experimenting with any more protein. Actually, at this point, I can say that both of us are looking forward to not having to drink protein anymore. Yeah. It's so fun.
And like I said, as of right now, Premier Protein is my go-to. Chocolate and caramel. I tried the vanilla as well. I haven't tried the strawberry or the bananas and cream. I got a feeling that the strawberry tastes like that pink medicine you get when you're a kid. No. And then bananas, we don't really like bananas, so I'm not really a fan of it. But I heard both is good. So, but as of right now, that's what I'm rocking with. She's fine with hers, but I mean, eventually probably will experiment with some more proteins, shakes and stuff later, but...
Because I'm sure it'll make a good breakfast and things. Like, you don't have to... That's the thing, with bariatric surgery, you don't have to have these horrible things, just for lack of better words, forever. Once you get past, like, you know, your special dieting and things, and you go back to regular life, that's kind of what this experimenting and stuff is for, and all of these different things that we've been trying all along for the last couple of months. You have to get back out there and you have to eat like a normal person again. Like, you're not going to be drinking just liquids for the rest of your life.
Right.
You can go back to eating things that you used to eat. but it's going to be completely different. As far as like the sugar free aspect of it, I honestly think we will do that for the rest of our lives. Like we're
Yeah.
going to really try to do the sugar free thing. I really want to try and keep the low carb thing a consistent habit as well. I'm not saying I'm never going to eat another carb again in the rest of my life because I like potatoes. But I'm not going to eat potatoes every day anymore. I'm not going to eat fries every day. I'm not going to eat bread every day either. I want to keep the low calorie thing something that's consistent. So kind of just figuring out where you went wrong before and how you ended up at your highest weight
Yeah.
and tailoring it so that you can stay at your goal weight is what is going to have to stay balanced at this point. So just figuring that kind of stuff out. And
One of the things I want to experiment with is becoming a vegan. And Neek is like, absolutely not. I'm a meat eater. I want meat. I need my meat. I'm already not gonna be able to eat that much meat with my small pouch post op, so I need to be able to still have my meat. I'm like, I agree. Like, I like meat, but the lately, just doing this filming, my stomach, I feel like I'm already post op. Like, my stomach does not handle stuff at all the same, does it? Like, I'm completely different. Like, I can't tolerate stuff. Stuff tastes completely different. And like when we do have our little bad days, I feel instantly guilty because it doesn't even taste right, and it's just like, I don't know. But if I don't go vegan, I at least want to give it like a week of like trying vegan things or something like that. I don't know. The goal is just to make better health conscientious choices when it comes to eating. So just, just seeing what I like out there. So maybe I can get her like to try some vegan stuff, maybe just see, maybe.
I will give my input on that. I kind of feel, in a sense, that I know the things that I've done wrong to get to the point that I'm at right now. Like, I know that portions have always been a very, very big thing. And, like, just filling a plate with food and then eating all the food. And now I'm at the point where I don't even want to know what the size of my actual stomach looks like. Because I'm sure it's pretty starched out. Just because when you get used to doing something over and over and over again, that's what your body is used to, and it's wanting that much food. I feel through having this bariatric surgery, especially having gastric bypass, and you can't eat that much anyway. So I want to be able to see, how what that capacity is going to even look like. I'm sure that even if I wanted to have meat or something that wasn't that super healthy, I can only eat so much of it anyways. Like, it's not, I don't feel that it's gonna be, what am I really trying to say? I don't feel that I have to cut out everything. Like, I have to go solely just eating a plant-based diet just because I had bariatric surgery. Not saying I don't want to ever discourage anything that Herman wants to do, but I don't feel that is necessary for me. And that is...
And I kind of understand her view because it's like what our dietitian said today was like, our stomachs are being reduced so much that whatever you do take in is not what you normally eat anyway. So you're not finna sit here and chow down on 10 steaks. Not just saying we eat 10 steaks, but you're probably gonna have like
you're probably gonna have half of a chicken tender.
Yeah,
just being realistic. So you're not eating that much anyway.
Yeah, so it's like pretty much like enjoy what you can without,
exactly.
Because it's not gonna be that much without making bad decisions all the time. But like, so I understand, and then I wouldn't want to force her to do anything that she want to do. But I would like for her to like to at least try some vegan things, and she might like some stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I would make an entire lifestyle out of it, but I'm open to trying it for a week or something like that.
And if you like something, you might want to buy it. And
it's not. I wouldn't say that I'm actively trying to make a lifestyle out of being vegan though, by any means.
Okay. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, the overall gist of it is our stomachs are already being reduced. So pretty much take in what you want to take in. But like I said, I'm just gonna try exploring it and see what happens. I don't know. Maybe we like it. Maybe we won't. And if we don't, then we know what works for us and what don't work for us. So The next thing we're gonna talk about is so when I got weighed today, which is always the first thing to do, weigh us when we go in. I actually got weighed on a different scale today, and it was a scale called the Tanita Body Composition Analyzer. And what it does is pretty much measures your body composition, and then it printed off this like analysis thing here. And what I found interesting in this was that the BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate, is pretty much like the calories that you need to like maintain energy throughout your day based on your composition. And it says that mine is 3,092 calories, and that's just like to have energy to last throughout the day. When a normal diet is like 2,000 calories,
Yeah.
or something like that. So like based on your weight, that fluctuates. So and then also it says that my body fat is 59.2, which is equivalent to 219 pounds of fat in my body, which is what I really pretty much want to lose is about 200 pounds. My weight should be 151 based on my composition. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting to see that. So, that was the other thing. So then we went back, and there was a fire drill. So we went outside, and we was outside for a while. It was excruciating hot weather. Today's the first day of fall, and it was the hottest day that it's been all summer. It was like it's like the hundreds today. So yeah, we went back in. The PA came in, and pretty much did like another what is that called when they go through your stuff?
They went through like your history.
Yeah, history and physical. So she like made sure that everything was still the same. Things of that nature, talk about medicines that I'm on, stuff like that. And then from there she pretty much like went into a thorough information session about surgery day, pre-op, post-op stuff. And I had came in with a lot of questions on my phone, and she pretty much knocked them out. I didn't have to ask them because she had so much information. And so we just gonna talk about some things that we learned, that we seen that was differently from like videos that from other YouTubers, I guess. Anything you want to start off with?
Yeah, I guess we'll just talk in general about the things that we've heard and seen over the past couple months, as far as the information we've got from YouTube and other people experiences they've had throughout their journey of weight loss. We started that off a little bit with the pre-op diet, which that was kind of a concern of ours. Like, we thought we were just going to be, just down in waters and things like that for 2 weeks, and really wondering how we were going to be able to do that. And then then we saw today that that's not even the case.
Mm-hmm.
Something else that we saw a lot were patients that were post-op, and they had like those drain tubes and like the pain pump and things like that. Our facility does not place any sort of pumps or drain tubes unless there's some reason or something that happened throughout surgery where they thought that you would benefit from having a drain tube in for a couple of days. So we don't have to worry about any sort of drains or anything like that. And that was also something we were wondering about, because we saw on many different occasions patients having to remove those things themselves. And we wondered, like, okay, well, I'm not removing your tube and you're not going to remove mine, so who's going to remove these things?
Exactly.
And they were like pulling them out of their body, like long tubings out of your stomach, and it feels weird, is what they say. That it can be just uncomfortable. Like, we were kind of worried about that. So that was something else we don't have to worry about. We also had heard that you would have to give yourself injections of blood thinners in your abdomen. neither one of us are diabetic or anything like that, so we've never given any injections to
No.
ourselves. So we were worried about that too. We won't have to do anything like that. Let's see, because there was a lot of things that we saw today that are just.
One of the things that I noticed was that a lot of people were talking about how they started these different vitamins and they brought all these vitamins post-op and was taking vitamins pre-op, and the dietitian said no. Like she really, like she said before, like she don't want us to mess with the protein shakes right now. She don't want us to even start any vitamins right now. She solely wants us to focus on the diet and pretty much just getting liquids down post-op for those first 2 weeks, and then we'll worry about the vitamins. And then even still, I don't even think we had to take that many. It's like when we were seeing people take like about 10 different vitamins and stuff. Just in my paperwork here alone, it just says that we will be starting like a chewable or gummy multivitamin after surgery that contains vitamin D, iron, and calcium. And then it's also recommended to start a vitamin B complex supplement. And one of the things that really bothered me was that I would see people in different like support groups and like things of that nature, like posting about vitamins that they just happen to picked up, and some may have been prescribed by their their doctor or whatnot. And a lot of people were just like buying these vitamins, not sure if it's the right ones because they're different versions of different vitamins, and we're supposed to have certain ones based on what your surgeon or dietitian, nutritionist, or whoever that has a medical backing behind their name prescribe to you. And that really bothered me because it's like, it's okay to give advice on certain things when it comes to supporting each other with bariatric surgery and the whole journey. But when it comes to like stuff that's like, you kind of need a medical background to be prescribing people stuff, it's kind of weird. And people will go out and buy these big bulk vitamins, and you're not even sure if that's what your surgeon wants you taking, So I would definitely say make sure you know what your surgeon or nutritionist, whoever is prescribing these vitamins, wants you to take, and wait until they tell you to get those, because you don't want to be taking the wrong stuff or be wasting money on things. And that's just, like I said, something that we really been seeing a lot of people do is talk about vitamins. And like when I was in the office, they let me try I think it's a multivitamin. The PA really stands behind Bariatric Advantage. She said you can take pretty much like any multivitamin, but she really thinks the Bariatric Advantage absorbs better for bariatric patients. So I tried the Focus, the Bariatric Advantage, and it is a advanced multi-EA mixed fruit dietary supplement, and it's huge, like the size of a quarter, and thick, and it was like chalky but not too chalky, and it had an orangey flavor. Not a fan of it. I mean, it's fine if I just have to take it, and what the nutritionist said that she said that the flavor is so intense, which it is, and that after surgery that will be kind of hard on our stomachs. So she doesn't want us to worry about that right away. That's why she wants us to wait the 2 weeks before we even talk about vitamins and stuff like that, because we want our stomachs to at least begin starting to heal and be able to tolerate stuff before we induce intense flavors like what I put in my mouth today. So, like I said, I haven't had surgery yet, but it was still intense for me today. It's a lot going on, so I can understand that. So yeah, that was my spill on the vitamins. Anything else that stood out to us that we want to talk about with what we've been seeing online?
I think that pretty much is the summary of that. Like, if you're in the beginning stages of considering bariatric surgery, I think ultimately I wouldn't say that all the things that we watched and kind of read and things were a waste of time, because it definitely helped us to decide what whether this was going to be a right decision or not. But don't take all of the things that you see other people have had and the things that they've had to do throughout their journey don't take that as just a staple, and definitely don't go starting to buy things and changing any kind of trends or anything that you're doing based on that, because we've seen a lot of people that had that 10-day liquid diet, and it's not saying that you won't, but we definitely didn't, and it was, you'll stress yourself out thinking about all the things that you may have to do and that you're afraid that you'll have to do, and then it turns out you get all the way to the end of the journey or the end of your process, and you don't even have to worry. It was things you didn't even have to worry about all along. So
Exactly.
yeah, because now I think we feel more confident than anything, because pretty much all of the things that we were kind of nervous about are things we never had to worry about all along. So
Oh, speaking of which, the magnesium citrate, is that what it's called?
yeah,
Don't have to do it. A lot of people were doing like 2 days of the last 2 days before surgery, drinking like 2 bottles of the magnesium citrate to, clearance the bowel. We don't have to do it. She told us that our last 2 days of our diet is full liquids, and that will do just fine. So there's no bowel prep required by our surgeon for surgery. So no violent number twos for this guy or this girl. So we're excited about that. I kind of still want to do it because I just feel like, I don't know, I just want to, but we don't have to do it. It's not a requirement. And so, people, listen to the orders of your surgeon, nutritionist, somebody with some type of medicine background.
yeah.
That's the bottom line of it, because you can be out here doing stuff that's unnecessary. Point blank period. She went over other stuff with regards to surgery, what medications and stuff to stop, what stuff gonna be like. And then she also gave me 4 prescriptions for post-op. The first one is a pain medicine, Dilaudid. So I'll be receiving that in the hospital, on a pain pump after surgery. And I also have a prescription for the tablets of Dilaudid for when I get home. And that's pretty much like a stronger version of morphine. So, yeah, happy times. The next medicine that she gave me was Prevacid or Prilosec. And even if you don't have like reflux and things of that nature, she still wants us to take it for a month, just to, cancel out anything that could be occurring in there or whatnot. And then she gave me a medicine called Reglan, and this is for nausea. And then also Levsin, guess I'm saying that right? Levsin. And this is for muscle spasms and cramps in our stomachs. Some over-the-counter, well, I guess there's only one. Over-the-counter medicine that she suggested was Gas-X, for the gas from the inflation of our stomachs with that gas. So we can get that in a under the tongue tab or a liquid. Oh, sorry guys, I'm kind of sleepy. Liquid pediatric version. So I will be grabbing some of that. We didn't see any like under the tongue tablets, so we're gonna just guess that the strips on your tongue gonna do just fine, which has been kind of rare to find lately. But Neek found some on Amazon today, so we're gonna grab those up. And yeah. And other than that, it was pretty much just more information for post-op as far as like pain management and stuff like that, and any questions to contact them. There's information in here about like the anesthesia we will be receiving, things of that nature. And yeah, did I miss anything?
As far as after surgery, she pretty much said that there are no restrictions, minus like they don't want you lifting, like heavy lifting. Said no more than 20 pounds. Other than that, like you're free to walk upstairs and things like that. And something that I was kind of excited about, because we've been wondering, like, when do we get the all clear to start working out? Because as soon as I start feeling better and feeling lighter and things like that, I feel like I'm going to have the urge to want to get out there and start moving around and stuff. And she said that the surgeon pretty much gives you the all clear, like, to start walking around, like, after 2 weeks to start doing, like, exercises and stuff like that. So, don't want to overdo it, but we definitely, like, both of us are on the same page as far as, like, we want to make the most out of the first year that we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
So the sooner the better, as far as like working out and getting active again. Like we want to just really optimize the first year, because that's where majority of your weight loss is going to come into. Like if we blow off the first year by just doing nothing, is continuing to be sedentary, it's going to kind of skew our progress that we could have. So I was excited that we can get out there and start moving around again and stuff really good after 2 weeks. So that's what we're going to be doing. As far as like walking, like they want us to walk every day anyways, just to get out of that red zone of blood clots, which is something that could really happen right after surgery. So soon as you come back to your room within the next couple hours, they want you to start walking around anyways. But yep, you can start working out officially after 2 weeks.
One thing that was true that we seen on video for us, not saying that what you guys were saying wasn't true, but that follows under our surgeon's order, was the Hibiclens. They gave me this, which is the hospital like brand of it. And this is what you will use to bathe in 2 days prior to surgery. Was it 2 or 1 day? 1 day prior to surgery. Mm-hmm. So the night before, you will shower regularly, use your regular soap, and then after doing that, you will wash with the Hibiclens. And this is just like a pretty much like antibacterial cleansing of the body, germicidal type thing, just to try to remove as much germs as possible before surgery. And you can't put on any you can't rinse it off right away. You gotta leave it on for like a couple minutes, like about 5 minutes, I think, or something like that. And then you wash it off. When you get out, you dry it. You don't put any lotions, powders, perfumes, cologne, any of that on. It don't say anything about deodorant, so I'm gonna ask about that before I get close to doing this. And then you also have to do it the day of surgery. So washing twice with the Hibiclens to help reduce some of that germs that we carry on our bodies on the outside. So yeah, that was the next thing. Anything else?
I think that honestly might be it.
I feel like I went through everything in here. Diet, medicine, some instructions. Yeah, I get called. My surgery's on Wednesday, October 18th, which is about, I think, like 25 days from here. So about 3.5 weeks. So it's on a Wednesday. So probably like that Monday, they'll probably be giving me a call with instructions as far as like time and stuff like that. So that's actually my next thing is surgery. So whenever I get the phone call from the pre-op center with those instructions, I will make another video discussing that stuff. And then my next video will pretty much be I'm probably gonna do like a what's in your bag video that everybody does, and then surgery day. So Neek is gonna be in charge of filming that, so I hope she gets all the good footage.
It'll be like 2 minutes.
Well, I'm not in control. I'm very thorough and extra.
I'm like the worst person ever with video.
So
you guys might not even see it.
I really truly hope she captures everything. I'm gonna make sure I capture everything for her surgery. So I'm gonna just really try to train her on what to capture and how to capture. So she will have. We're filming off my phone, so we will be. Well, she'll be Team iPhone then. We waiting for the iPhone X to drop, which is next month. Well, the pre-order, and then they drop in November. So I'll teach y'all about how iPhones work, and then she should be ready and be a good photographer, a videographer by then, and then she can capture all my. No, wait, no, you won't have it. So it'll be my phone. So either way it goes, she's gonna learn about how to do some good footage because I need all my stuff captured right for you guys, and for myself. So yeah, guys, so be expecting. Oh wait, I might do a video. Yeah, I'm doing a video when I start the pre-op diet too, even though it's not really a big difference. But yeah, so expect about 2 or 3 more videos before surgery. Surgery's in 3 weeks. Right now, just continue to do the right thing, try to work out as much as I can, eat good, increase fluids, get that protein in, um, keep getting mentally there. It still seems surreal. I actually kind of had like some tears drop earlier because I'm like, wow, this is like really happening. And that appointment today really like set it in. But I still don't think it's not really gonna hit me until I'm like checking in at the surgery registration desk. Not nervous yet, anxious and excited more than anything. Like I'm just counting down the days, and so I'm happy to have my love here with me and supporting me every step of the way, as I will be doing for her. Um, we're just really excited. That like the process honestly seemed like it took a long time. Like it was just June 31st or June 27th, I think our appointment was.
Yeah.
And then now it's September, and my surgery is 3 weeks away. So I mean, you guys just trust the process. Be patient. Know that what's for you is for you, and it will come in due time. So, definitely having a support system is amazing to have, and what's even better is to have someone going through the same thing you're going through, and you can share that together. So, I love you. Thank you for being by my side, and we're gonna get through this together. So yeah, man, anything you want to add before we say goodbye?
Well, I think we've talked about a lot, and I hope that you guys find everything that we have gone through and all the experiences and all the, because I feel like we've given like every detail that we possibly could into these videos. I hope that it at least touches someone and gives someone some sort of direction, and you find your way.
Yeah, everyone's different. What's up next for you?
My pre-op appointment is on the 13th of November, so we got the whole month of October. October is a pretty uneventful month for me, so I will be
taking care of her.
Yeah, mostly working, and saving money because I'm gonna be off work for those like 3 weeks. Just regardless of if I feel good or not, I'm gonna be off for 3 weeks just because
she needs some neat time.
Yeah, I'm having surgery and I feel like I should be able to take some time off work and just wants to go right back to work after surgery.
Right.
So I'll have 3 weeks off work, but I'll still need to have money for that kind of stuff. So I'll be working now and saving money and just, getting my life together. And
become a better version of you.
Yeah. Mentally preparing myself is pretty much what I'm doing now.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But it's so worth it. Like, just hearing everyone else's stories and just seeing pictures and just think about that's going to be us. And then just going back to this picture here and ready to see another picture get placed here in a year and just to see the difference. Like, it's just, you guys, it's just like, I haven't had surgery yet, but like, I'm filled with so many emotions through this process. And like, I know that this is what's God has in store for us. So whoever is your higher power, praise him, because my God is an awesome guy and he's always on time. Not your time, but his time. And I really feel like this is our new chance at life. And I wouldn't rather do it. I'm gonna cry with nobody else but you, babe. Love you so much.
Love you too.
All right, guys, before we be out here crying too much, we're going to get going. So, until next time, see you guys in about, I don't know, about a week or two.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.